Welcome to Here's My Story. I'm Amy. I walked through the door, dropping my backpack with a sigh, the weight of a long school day finally off my shoulders. That's when I heard sobbing from the kitchen. It was Melissa, my little stepsister, tears streaming down her face. "There's no food in the house. I'm so hungry," she said, in between sobs. I frowned. "What? But your mom had the day off. She promised to cook today." Melissa sniffed, pointing to the fridge. A note stuck to it. "Gone out with friends. Tell Amy to cook." Typical of my stepmom, always shirking her responsibilities. That evening, I was sprawled on my bed, lost in a world of numbers and equations. Melissa sat beside me, her eyes wide with curiosity. "Is that your homework?" she asked, pointing at the complex math problem on my laptop. "No, it's more than that," I replied. "It's a math puzzle no one has been able to crack yet, but I think I'm onto something." Suddenly, my stepmom Nicole burst in. "Amy, do the dishes, then iron my clothes." Her voice was cold as ice. Melissa, ever the defender, piped up. "Mom, Amy's working on a really tough math problem, and no one else can solve it. Housework can wait." Nicole just rolled her eyes. "Math needs super smarts, right? I'm not sure Amy's got that." Melissa's temper flared. "Amy's super smart. She's a math genius." My stepmom just laughed. "So, Miss Math Genius, you've got two problems to solve right now, the dishes and the ironing. Quick, get to work." Later that night, as I sat on my bed, I pondered my life, how it's like a twisted fairy tale. Melissa is my stepsister. Her parents, Nicole and Joseph, adopted me when I was 12, after my birth parents died in a car accident. I was thrilled at first, thinking I found a new family, but reality hit hard and fast. The first day, I called Nicole Mom. Big mistake. She yelled, "I'm not your mom." That's when I understood. They didn't want a daughter. They wanted a free babysitter and a maid. You might think it's like Cinderella, with the evil stepmother and all. But here's the twist. Melissa isn't like those mean stepsisters. She's fantastic, and I love her to bits. So here's the scoop on what makes some days tough for me. It was a Saturday morning, and we were making breakfast when my stepdad came in. "Amy, the car needs washing. Get on it while we eat." Melissa stood up for me. "Dad, let's have a family breakfast first, and then Amy and I can take care of the car." Joseph frowned, his words sharp. "No, Amy has her chores. She's not really part of this family meal, is she?" My heart felt heavy, and I couldn't stop the tears. Just then, Melissa hugged me tight. "Don't listen to him, Amy. You're just as much family as anyone else here." Days rolled on, same as always. My little sister and my love for math were the things that kept me going. That night, as we tackled homework in Melissa's room, something scary happened. She grabbed her head, screamed, and then just fell down. "Melissa?" I yelled, scared, rushing to her. She didn't move. In a panic, I ran to get my step-parents. "Melissa's really hurt. We need an ambulance now." Nicole, glued to the TV, barely looked at me. "You love drama, Amy. We're not buying it. Melissa's just fine." Back in her room, my heart was racing. Melissa was still there, so still and quiet. I grabbed my phone, hands shaking, and called 911. The calm voice on the line said, "Help is on the way. The ambulance will be there soon." We followed the ambulance to the hospital in a silent car. Nicole and Joseph seemed worried, unlike how they usually are. When we got there, everything moved so fast. Doctors rushed Melissa into a room, and we just had to wait. Finally, a doctor came out looking very serious. "Melissa has a bacterial infection in her brain. Surgery won't help, but there's a special medicine that can fight the bacteria." My stepdad sounded shaky. "Can't our insurance pay for it?" The doctor said no. The medicine was too new and cost a lot, like $400,000. Nicole spoke up, her voice breaking. "We can't afford that, but we'll find another way to help Melissa get better." The doctor looked confused. "What do you mean? What's your plan?" But my